Where corruption had ruled without restraint, fire had brought everything to an end. Yet even in wrath, mercy had moved. Lot was pulled from the destruction. He was given the chance to flee, to leave behind the place where his soul had been worn down by the wickedness of its people. God had extended his hand, but not all had taken it. Justice does not overlook evil, and mercy does not turn away from the righteous. Both had been revealed in a single night. The sun continued to rise over the scorched plain. The covenant with Abraham remained. The promises still waited to be fulfilled. Beyond the smoke, beyond the judgment, God had not turned away. The story was far from over. The sun lit the plain, but the earth remained dark. Smoke rose in thick spirals, blending with the sky like an eternal morning. Sodom and Gomorrah no longer existed, but their story would not fade with the ashes. The cities that once stood in pride, filled with wealth and pleasure, were now dust scattered by the wind. No wall remained standing, no road led to them. The destruction had been complete. Travelers who passed through that valley turned their eyes away. The silence of the scorched earth spoke louder than any voice. The judgment that fell from heaven was etched into the memory of those who survived. Lot and his daughters continued on, but in their minds, the glow of the night when all was consumed still burned. Every time they closed their eyes, the echo of fire reignited in their thoughts. From the mountains, Abraham had watched the end of the cities. His intercession had not saved that place, but it had shown that God listens, that his justice is not blind, and his mercy is real. Years would pass, generations would rise and fall, but the tale of Sodom and Gomorrah would remain engraved in history, an unerasable memory, a testimony of warning, and in the scorched land, only the echo of a judgment no one would forget remained. The light of dawn had barely dispelled the shadow of destruction when Lot crossed the gates of Zoar. His feet were covered in dust, his breath was ragged. Beside him, his daughters followed in silence, their faces marked by the terror of the night they had just escaped. But the city that received them brought no relief. The inhabitants looked at them with suspicion. News of the fire that had fallen upon Sodom and Gomorrah was already spreading through the alleyways. Everyone knew Lot and his family were the only survivors. The atmosphere grew heavy. Suspicious glances, whispers in the dark. Zoar was small, but fear grew quickly. What if the judgment wasn't over? What if the fire came for them too? Lot felt a weight in his chest. He was not safe. The decision was made before the sun reached its highest point. He could not stay. He could not risk the fear of men turning into rejection, or worse, violence.